Hi, good afternoon. My name is Daniela Aponte, and today I will be discussing different human support tools. To start off, I will be talking about a time when an electronic support tool was used at a grocery store. The current performance. When closing out transactions, cashiers are selecting the incorrect payment method that customers are using to purchase products. For example, if a customer would like to purchase a tomato and they are giving the cashier a credit card, the cashier is entering the payment method as cash instead of the actual credit card. Well, the desired performance is when closing out transactions, cashiers should be selecting the correct payment method that the customers are using to purchase their products. So if the customer is giving a credit card to the cashier should be closing out the transaction as a credit card. The gap performance. When cashiers are closing out transactions, they are selecting the incorrect payment method. The cashiers should be selecting the payment method according to what customers are giving them. The electronic support tool that was used was an online training simulation. To help fill this gap performance, the cashiers were asked to take an online training simulation. In the simulation, multiple customers purchased products using different payment methods, such as cash, card, or check. The cashiers then had to select the appropriate payment method. If they selected the incorrect payment method, they had to fix their error in the transaction report. As a result, in the simulation, the cashiers were able to practice closing out the transactions correctly. They also realized how much time it took to fix an error. So at the end, the cashiers began closing out transactions correctly and their performance improved. This reduced the amount of time spent on fixing errors in the transaction report. So this is an example of a time when an electronic tool, such as an online simulation, was used to fill a gap performance. Now we'll be talking about a time when a non-electronic support tool was used at a restaurant. So the current performance. Team members are not able to describe the taste or texture of food. This is a restaurant like Chipotle where customers ask the team members how different food tastes and feels. So in this case, team members are not able to describe the taste and the texture of food. The desired performance is team members should be able to describe how each food item tastes and feels. The gap performance. When customers ask how team members feel about a certain food item, the team members are unable to describe the taste or texture. Team members should be able to describe the taste and texture of each food item on the menu. The support tool that was used. Food tasting was a support tool that was used in this case. Team members were asked to stay 30 minutes after their shift to taste every food item on the menu. The team member was also given a sheet of paper with the food item name, a column for taste, and a column for texture. Each team member also received a list of possible tastes, such as sweet, sour, spicy, etc., and possible textures, crunchy, soft, moist, etc. After tasting each food item, the team members were supposed to write down how each food item tasted and the texture of each food item. As a result, after the food tasting session, the team members were able to describe how each food item tasted and felt. Team members were now able to communicate this to the customers, and customers felt like the team members knew what they were talking about, they were familiar with the food, and the customers felt more confident when selecting food items for themselves. In summary, to fill a gap performance, there will be times when technology is needed, like in the simulation. Other times, technology might not be the answer, like food tasting. We could have simply received a sidekick or gone online to see a list of food items, their taste and texture, but this would lose the personal touch. A customer might ask, "What item would you recommend that I serve with my rice?" And you wouldn't know the answer to this question because you haven't tasted any of the food. So, before selecting the appropriate media, it is critical to always complete an analysis. This will help you decide if technology is the answer to fill a performance gap.